Hi guys, this is Tracy from We Craft at Home, and today, as requested, I'm going to show you how to do a stencil, or get it together to cut at least. So I'm going to use the stencil that I used on the previous project. So what I'm going to do first, I bought some stuff over from Canvas Scan and Cut, sorry. So import from my cutting machine FCM file, and they're just 4 different styles of leaf. That's all I wanted, and I'm going to make them all a lot smaller. So I've selected them all and brought them down in size. Now I want to do a branch of all them different leaves. So the next thing I've got to do is choose the freehand path tool and just make a nice line like that could be like a bow, and then go back on your arrow over here, go straight to offset, because it's not a cutting, well, it is a cutting line, but it's not going to cut out right now. So we want outward 0.4 because we want it as small as we can really, but we want to delete what's there. Click OK, and now we have a closed line that we can start attaching all these leaves to. And that's all it takes. So I chose these leaves because I was doing like things on herbs, and I'm just going to duplicate a few so that we've got a few of each. Sorry, just while I think about it, otherwise I forget. So this one to me reminded me a bit of sage. I did try to get an SVG of herbs, but I didn't like what I found. So I decided to just look through all my leaves and find one similar. This is not very similar, but it's kind of like thyme. So I chose that for the thyme. This is mint, and this could be basil really. So that's what I decided to do. I should be duplicating them all, sorry. I'm just going to do a few of each. And then we're just going to put them round. Okay, so I think I've got to do that one. So I'm doing 4 of each. That doesn't mean I'm going to use 4 of each. Just, that sounds like a fair amount. And then I'm just going to start placing them all. That one I'm going to flip. You're just going to start placing them all where you would want them to be. They don't have to be evened out. You can do them different sizes. Let's put it there. Going that way. And one more down here. I'll flip that one as well. One thing I will say, let me just get one so I can show you. A mistake I made was, don't know what I've done there, but let's undo that. When I put it on and turned it, I'd done it so that the leaf also touched the stem. Okay, it doesn't show you very well in this one, but so that there was this gap here, which means it's going to cut out separately once you weld it. So try not to have it touching another part of the stem or another leaf, because you lose that bit in the stencil. I managed to keep hold of it, and but I have to put it on separately now every time. So it is a bit of a pain, to be fair. So try and avoid that if you can. So that's all I'm doing, is just going along and fitting a few different things on. I haven't got any more of this yet, have we? So let's do one there. Right, straight up, or there we go. And then we'll do one of them. Okay, I'll make this the last one. So we'll get all them out of the way. So I've ended up using 3 of each. But then if you just get it all and weld it all, you now have a whole branch of all different leaves. I mean, this is just using branches and leaves. Obviously, you might want to do something different. But before you're ready to go, what you need to do is put a box around it. So you need something that is going to be around the whole thing. Like that, because then what you're going to do is have the outside and the inside, so you've got the sort of positive and negative. So if you want to stencil the actual leaves and the branch, you use the outside part. If you want to stencil, sort of paint, so that the only thing that's not painted is the leaves and the plant, then you use the inside. So if you put a box round, you have both parts of the stencil, and that's really all it is to a stencil. You just, depending on what you're doing, just make sure that it can come off in one, because if you've got a pattern where the whole thing comes out, you're not going to get it. It's not going to work as a stencil. So like I was saying before, if you cross over and they joined, then this bit is going to come off and you won't be able to use it. So there we go. I mean, that's all it is about making a stencil. Obviously, you're going to choose what you want, whether it be wording or script or whatever. But just make sure whatever you do, you put a box around it before you finish, so that you can have both parts, positive and negative. Okay, that is really it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.